Lobster Magnet. Lobster's a 10, I told you grab it.
This video is brought to you by T-Blocks. Enjoy the content now, but stay for the shilling later. Welcome to Lobster Magnet and Friends with only Lobster Magnet. We are here to welcome Dr. Stoners. We are here to talk about Dr. Stone, Chapter 50. Woo-wee! Don't we love talking about Dr. Stone? And sadly, on this channel, Lobster Magnet and Friends, I am alone. As I've said before, Goro has been away doing these damn meetup things, so he's denied you my Dr. Stoners. So you know what? If you're annoyed that I'm doing this alone, give me lots of comments below about how annoyed you are that Goro has left his duty as the head of the Dr. Stoners, and that you, as the Dr. Stone community, are furious that he should, not follow through with his post of keeping the world adept on Dr. Stone as it continues to persist throughout its run and gain popularity. Because, Dr. Stone is almost up to a year. It's been a year of Dr. Stonin', so we're almost up to, the year anniversary. So, woohoo! Congratulations, Dr. Stone, for surviving a year and becoming, one of my favorite manga series currently running in Jump. Good stuff. But, so this arc, begins a new little technological development. So, on one hand, I have a few issues, I'm really disappointed with, the Tsukasa Kingdom of Youth and Strength. It really sucks. I wanted, more Boichi strongmen, and after we got that, awesome thing where we saw all the incredible people he wanted to revive, and now we just see it, and it's just, these, filled with these dumb monkey men and, the spear guy, and they're just really boring character designs, and I was expecting more. I wanted a whole, village of, Sunken Rock guys, and, Fist of the North Star guys, and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the earlier version guys. I just wanted these super buff dudes and dudettes just hanging around, punching rocks, and that would have been great. That would have been awesome. But so far, every look at it has been really, really boring and disappointing, and I don't like any of it. As we sort of kind of knew, but I was not very excited for this storyline. It's been much better than I have given it credit for. I'll give you that, but what makes it a little bit disappointing is the fact that we haven't seen it go to the next level. Where, okay, if you're going to do this big Stone Wars thing, then I want to see, super buff dudes. But, it doesn't matter about that because Senku's next big thing that he wants to fight with, humanity's greatest weapon, is cell phones. He's going to make a cell phone, the crazy bastard. Oh, my God, that's so cool. I can't wait to see how he makes a cell phone. Oh, I really want to see. Sadly it isn't. But then again, we knew it wasn't going to be, mustard gas or nuclear missiles or whatever. But I do like the idea that, communication is the strongest weapon in the war, and now he's going to make some sort of radio cell phone to communicate with his two spies to gain information. So I can't wait to see what the Senku's cell phone looks like and how he goes about building it. And we are in the cell phone arc, and we also get I wouldn't call it a facial fracture, but we get a great moment where we just have everyone looking at half of them sort of puzzled. It was almost as good as my favorite facial fracture. We were cellular phones? You got Chrome's got a hilarious expression. It was really, really, really cute. I got a huge kick out of it. And then we got the huge, massive chart where he explains all the elements that he needs to build frickin' cell phones. And yeah, I am super psyched to see what a cell phone's gonna look like. My guess is it'll probably be more kind of like a World War II style ham radio, which I assume is a lot easier to build than just a modern cell phone. But who knows? If we can justify it in terms of all the materials he needs and actually being able to produce it, that would be amazing. If we get the Seku approved smartphone that he somehow is able to use, but realistically, it'll probably be more like a ham radio. But this is a cool development. I am super psyched to see how he builds a cell phone. And, Dr. Stone is always at its best when it's there's some sort of impossible technological innovation that, Seku has to build. And that's what keeps the series growing. And this is as good as you can get. So I, for one, am totally psyched for the cell phone arc. And I can't wait to see how long it takes to build them a cell phone. But hopefully, the kingdom of, It's also dumb that like everyone else seems to know him as like the world's strongest primate. Like it made sense that was like Seku's like name for Tsukasa, but I don't really understand why he has that name and reputation outside of Senku. Oh my god, can you imagine that? Like, you know, some high school football player and it's like, oh, he's the world's strongest primate. Like, what the fuck? Nobody says that. How is he the world's strongest primate? Why is that a thing? And it makes no goddamn sense. But whatever. You know, this is a shonen manga. You know, there are far more implausible things like the entire stone mystery, but I just find it incredibly silly. But, you know, this is good stuff, and I think this is a really fun, great chapter, so I think it's a good 8.5. And, Dr. Stone is continuing to go strong a year in, where so many other series have fallen to the wayside and died miserable, horrible deaths to be forgotten about. Dr. Stone is my little baby out of that little, you know, publishing promotion where they had like 6 new series. I think the only 2 survivors are Robot X Laserbeam and Dr. Stone. I think all the other ones have been effectively canceled. Or actually, no, that other one, We Don't Study, is still alive. The, you know, teaching, quasi-romance, harem comedy is still going strong with the girls, and they kind of have like these really weird big heads. That one's still happening. But other ones are all dead. So, you know, Dr. Stone, live on, and I can't wait to see you getting your anime. So, you know, I wish I had more to say, but it's always difficult for me to, like, you know, talk to myself and come up with interesting things. That's why it's always good to have, like, a partner, so you can, like, you know, sort of, like, get into more in-depth and bounce upon each other. Which is why I hate doing these solo reviews. And I'm only doing this by necessity for you Dr. Stoners who come here week by week to hear our thoughts on this week's chapter. And this is, I'd give it an 8.5. Like, I think all the Tsukasa's Kingdom stuff is, like, a waste of time, and I don't think it's been really compelling yet. And like, the one easy way to make it compelling has been completely thrown out. I've said it once and I've said it again, like, it would be really interesting if, like, you know, Seku's village represented, like, sort of, like, the new era of Shonen Jump, which is, like, kind of, like, more, like, smexy, smaller scale character designs versus the old, like, 90s era, late 80s, early 90s era of Shonen Jump, where it was just, like, huge beefcake dudes, and that was, like, what Primate Guy's Kingdom was going to be, just, like, huge beefcake dudes, like, to represent the earlier ages of Shonen Jump. But sadly, that is not the case, which I am very sad. But hey, the cell phone arc sounds great, and hopefully it's going to be a great time. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait for next week to see how Seku builds his cell phone. Woo! Because making stuff is always great. So, alright, so thanks for hanging out for the Dr. Stone. Sorry it's a shorter review, unless you just want me to hear me and Captain Crunch squawk more. But yeah, more good stuff from Dr. Stone. And remember, lobster's antennas, but don't you grab it. Do you like clothes but hate shopping? Then T-Blocks is the subscription service for you. But I know what you're thinking. But Lobster, how is that any different than Loot Crate or the other subscription services? Well, T-Blocks sends you t-shirts, which is clothing, which is actually useful, unlike the useless swag junk that Loot Crate keeps peddling on gullible schmucks. And this isn't just knockoff brand crap. T-Blocks hooks you up with licensed shirts for all the stuff you love, because you need clothes. How else are you going to keep your puny human man flesh protected from the elements? T-shirts are useful for any occasion. Wear them, give them to friends, give them to enemies, knit them together, make a quilt. T-shirts are life. And you know the best part? It'll only cost you $6.99. That's right, you can get 12 shirts sent to you for once a month for only $6.99. And you know what? If ultra cheap licensed goods are too basic for you, then there's also the Community T-Block set, which features original designs from the best up-and-coming artists, so you can keep that hipster street cred. But I'm here to save you even more money! Use the code LOBSTERTBX at checkout, and you'll save 10% on any order. Be a t-shirt wearing god amongst mortals. Use the power of the most expensive seafood to get you the cheapest t-shirts now!
Magic's made of iron, lobsters made of ice.